Hello, welcome to my channel Ginger Books, or welcome back if you're continuing watcher or subscriber, and you're probably really confused of why my books are being now uploaded on Fridays. So let me explain if you have not seen the last vlog. And if you have not seen my read-through of Chosen, go check that out. And I also explain at the end of it why my upload schedule has kind of done a 180 and flip-flopped. So, to explain it, if you don't want to go check out that video, it's fine. I get it. I'm going to explain and recap the best I can. So, pretty much what I have found, I'm kind of running out of steam and ideas for Ginger Books. So I've been doing vlogs. Well, they kind of have turned into like a Thursday through Sunday, or they've kind of turned into a Friday through Monday type vlog. And I realized I'm kind of setting myself up for a disaster trying to get these out. Now, not all the time, just like since I have the book here, Chosen, I have realized that sometimes I don't finish the book in time for the end of the vlog, which happens. I do have a very busy schedule with work and personal life things and horses and that I want to make sure that I am coming back into the vlog, ending it, and saying my final thoughts about that book. So, and usually I can pretty well finish it, depending on if I have like 50 to 100 pages, I can finish it in one night without having to worry about a camera. And then I can pop back in and end the vlog and share my experiences with it. Instead of just kind of cutting off and saying, well, this is how I feel about it so far. Instead of, there could have been a huge plot twist and out of nowhere you guys go on to Goodreads and go, oh my goodness, she gave that book out of 2 out of 5, even though she said she was going to give it a 4 out of 5 kind of thing. So I'm kind of setting myself up for kind of a chaotic disaster, like what I want to kind of say. At least I may be being melodramatic. I may be. But I'm trying to do something a little different that's going to help me to make sure that I am putting out the best and quality content I can for you guys. So I just flip-flopped. So I'll be posting my Sims content now on Mondays and book content on Fridays. And I feel like that'll be better for me because Mondays I really, depending on how I've kind of come off of the weekend and how bad work is, I have no ambition to want to try to edit and quickly edit through a video, which is not fair to you guys. So I figured if I save it for Friday, I have the entire week, and if I have to finish up like 50 or 100 pages in a book, such as like Chosen, I can get that done and then pop back in for an ending and then have that ready and put onto the video, edited and uploaded for Friday. So I'm hoping that helps me a little bit. If not, I may be monkeying around with the scheduling for uploads again. As long as it fits my schedule, it may get to the point where I upload where the date that fits best for me that week. But try to stay clear and concise on a schedule so it doesn't confuse you guys, if that makes sense. But welcome to another vlog. As you saw, I was holding up Chosen. I had just finished that one, and now we are on to, let me grab the book. We are into Untamed, which is the 4th book in the House of Night series. And, oh boy. So we're at the beginning of Untamed, and I haven't read it yet, but I'm just going to recap the end of it. So sorry, of Chosen. So there is spoilers here. So I do advise, if you have not read all the way to the ending of Chosen yet, or Chosen at all, either click off this video or skip ahead. But this also will be your warning now. I may say spoilers if I'm reading and reacting while I'm reading. So, be warned. But I'll try to warn you every time I do that so you can skip ahead. But, anyways, I'm rambling. So, at the end of Chosen, we pretty much, excuse my French, shit hit the fan for Zoe. All of her accumulated stress and trying to hide, even though she was hiding everything from her friends because she knew their minds were not safe and she wanted to protect them in a way that she could, even though it was going to make her look bad in the end. And shit hit the fan because Eric ended up turning into going through the change, caught her sneaking around with Lauren, gave her virginity to Lauren, which is technically a adult vampire and teacher, imprinted with him, and found out that he was conspiring with Nefret because obviously we're starting to figure out she's the villain of the story. And then her friends and then Stevie Ray shows up, and her friends find out that she's been keeping the secret that Stevie Ray is alive, but kind of not alive. She's kind of in between. So a lot of things hit the fan for Zoe. So she is pretty much at rock bottom. She has hit rock bottom, and this is what Nefret wanted. And reason why she used Lauren to get to her. Yeah. So pretty much everything hit the fan. So now her friends have turned away from her, which, to be honest, I get why they did, because a lot of them come from a background that they have severe trust issues, but also, I also have a problem with that, just because it's not like she's ever lied to them before, and I would feel like Damien would have given her the option to, like, speak her mind and at least give her a chance to, instead of just totally writing her off. Even though, in a way, Zoe kind of wants that, because she still wants to protect them in the end from Nefret in her mind reading. Second, where was I going with that? Oh, pretty much she now doesn't have an imprint with Heath. She is now being dumped by Eric, and to be honest, it's probably not the way she wanted to break up with him, but the way his ego was kind of going. I would have casted him to the curb anyways. The other thing I kind of didn't like, and this is just a choice now as I am more mature and reading, in this day and age you don't see a lot of it, is that weird forbidden teacher student relationship. It just makes me very uncomfy, because in a way, from the start, why would out of nowhere an adult vampire be interested in somebody who's in a student who's never had a history of having a student teacher relationships? Plus, why are you targeting the one, it's kind of suspicious in a way. I feel like Zoe should have been on her guard. I felt like she was smarter than that. Why she wasn't already guessing that, okay, this person's interested in me. No other teacher else is interested in me like this. And why is he going after me? Because I'm like the gifted one with all 5 elements. All this thing. I would have been kind of in my back of my mind going, something ain't right here. Especially if this is forbidden, and no other teacher I've seen witness to this understands the rules. That would have been a red flag in my head, and especially since we kind of paint Zoe as, wise and smarter beyond her years, kind of like, Bella from Twilight. Why that was a stylistic choice, but again, I guess, we can flip the coin and look at the other side. She was dealing with a lot of stuff for being 16 years old. A lot of stress has been put on her, a lot of responsibility put on her shoulders. And eventually, you're going to try to look for an outlet to help release from that stress. And this was the first time an adult male vampire was giving her special attention. So that was the ending of it. So pretty much we're going to be starting at the beginning, where Zoe literally just has her cat. And Stevie right now is back to her normal self, but now she is a changed red vampire. So there now is the blue tattoo and crescent moon vampires and fledglings, and now there is now a red fledgling that has completed the change, or a red changed vampire with red tattoos and filled in red crescent moon. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah. Oh, and Aphrodite is also a human. In order to complete the change, she, and I'm gonna guess Aphrodite kept this because of her visions, kept this from Zoe, knowing that she could possibly die if she got drained with too much blood, but it was a whole weird ritual thing. But I think she explains at the beginning of this book of why she did what she did, because of that. So, and then of course Stevie Ray now has her Earth affinity back, but Aphrodite is now human. And I think she remains human pretty much for the rest of the series. Anyways, so as you can tell, I'm currently at work. I went and got lunch. I went and got some Casey's Pizza, and I did get a pop. I've been trying to cut down my caffeine intake, which at the beginning of this week really hit me. So I ended up having to go get an emergency pop because I was just crashing, and but I've been trying to do a combination of coffee in the morning so I don't feel like I'm crashing, and then doing I'll do a caffeinated pop and then do an uncaffeinated pop for the rest of the day. But other than that, there really isn't a whole lot. Since today is Thursday that I'm popping in, it's about 12:30. For work, I do have somebody coming in to talk about their work, about how they've helped restore windows and doors and kind of wood fixtures in historic homes in his work, so that hopefully maybe he can come to, it's a gentleman, can come to the board meeting at the end of the month to kind of speak what he can do to help us. So be meeting him. I do have a docent that's supposed to be here probably within the next 20 to 30 minutes. Excuse me. But other than that, not a whole lot. This weekend we do have a wedding to go to, so which is my boyfriend's best friend from elementary school. And yeah, not a whole lot. So should be able to get some reading done just because it is a scorcher one. It's supposed to be hot pretty much most of the rest of the week into the weekend. So won't be doing a lot of horsey things outside. Next week we might, but again, this vlog's probably only going to go till Monday. So, but yeah, so I figured I would pop in, explain, and also kind of let you guys know where we left off, the ones that watched under their own discretion or have already, read Chosen, so they understand how the ending went. But yeah, my thoughts, it's just, it's definitely, we'll see how it plays out. Like, I know how it kind of plays out, but details are very vague since I haven't read these books in a while, but yeah. But I need to get to some research. Oh, before I forget, I do checked out the audio version of Untamed on Libby, so I'll be listening to that in the background if I'm not listening to YouTube videos, so we can get at least a good start on it. But since I have a docent today, I may not get a good start on it, just because unless she goes and sits outside, then I could probably keep listening to it. But yeah, so, but I'm gonna let you guys go and insert a research montage that I will be doing. Okay, so I'm reading Untamed, and I'm on page 26, and I forgot at the beginning of this book is when we met Stark. I couldn't remember if it was the 4th or 5th book, but we meet Stark. And they're talking about, like, just chit-chatting at dinner and saying, like, are you, like, Zoe's like, are you an animal lover? Do you like horses? And he's like, yeah, I like most animals except for cats. And this is what he says. It's really funny. Where did it go? Yeah, I like horses, I guess, like most animals except cats. Except cats, Jack squeaked. Stark shrugged again. I never really liked them. They're too bitch-like for my taste. I heard both the twins snort. Cats are independent creatures, Damien began. I heard the school teacher lecture tone in his voice and knew my mission to change the subject had been successful. We all know, of course, that they have been worshipped in many ancient cultures of the world, but did you know that they were also... Yeah. Funny. And of course, obviously Zoe was trying to change the subject because she didn't want it to be on her. So, yeah. Interesting. I just love that. And I forgot how Stark is like very confident, but is not like very egotistical about it, like Eric was. But yeah, that was funny. But he's blunt. But anyways, I'm gonna keep reading. And good morning, guys. It is Friday, 9:30 in the morning, and I am currently on my way to work. I went and picked up groceries this morning in that kind of city town near us, and figured I would pop in for the morning. So, hello. Wow, I didn't realize kind of how tired I was. But my hair is down actually today. I decided that I was getting tired of putting my hair up, so figured I would put it down today, even though I'm slightly regretting it because it's supposed to be 91 today. But it actually was pretty cool this morning, but I chose to kind of keep the window shut last night just because it is supposed to start getting hot and humid today. And then tomorrow, we're probably going to be under another heat advisory because tomorrow is supposed to be like 95, 96, but it's going to feel like 102, 103, so yeah. And we have to go to a wedding tomorrow that's outside. Not happy. So hopefully the ceremony's quick. And then the reception's also, I think, outside. Yep. So, not looking forward to that. But last night, as you saw, that I started reading Untamed. I got to, I think, 160 something pages yesterday. Yeah, I think I got to 160 something pages yesterday. I don't remember the exact number, so I do apologize for that. But I know I stopped. Where do I stop? Wow, I can't even remember crap this morning. This is great. Oh, she's at the Street Cats, and she was just talking to Stevie Ray about how, you know, at this point, maybe it shouldn't be a bad idea if Stevie Ray shows herself, because at this point, then everybody will know about the red fledglings, and then it'll make Nefret hard to, and Stevie Ray being a red vampire, so it'll make everybody realize that, so that they exist, as well as Nefret will be a little harder to use them if people now know they exist. However, I already know what kind of happens, so yeah, but I kind of skipped ahead because I couldn't remember how the book ended, so sometimes I do that, but I keep reading the book, so it's not like I skip to the end and go, oh, okay, the ending's spoiled for me, so I might as well just toss the book to the side. Yeah, I don't do that. So, sorry, my memory is just not here this morning. I was actually pretty awake for being up at like 7:30, so I thought I would be good for the day. Apparently not. Have to deal with jiggly crooked me for right now. So, Hello everybody. I did not vlog yesterday just because, again, I had a few things going on, like not too much. Like I went and cleaned, then hung out with my dad for a little bit while he was at work because they worked a half day yesterday. Then, what was it? And then we went to the wedding, which was extremely hot. So they ended up actually cutting it short because they were going to do like a unity thing, which is like, in weddings where they like mix sand together or they like tie a knot or braid or something like that. Well, they were going to plant a tree on the property that this wedding was at because I didn't realize it was my boyfriend's friend's parents' property that they're doing this at. Which is kind of cool, but also, when did he buy 288 acres? But whatever. So, after that, we ended up going home real quick to change because we practically sweated through our clothes during that, even though we were only outside for like 15-20 minutes. Yeah. So, there's that. Then hung out there until pretty much got home, sat on my phone for 2 hours, did read a chapter. I read a chapter, or chapter and a half, and then passed out. So I read a little bit. There wasn't really a whole lot to vlog yesterday, and plus I didn't really want to vlog somebody else's wedding, just because I felt a little weirded out by that, especially since they already had photographers and people taking videos. So just a person that kind of just likes to enjoy in the moment type time and things. Well, currently I'm in the car. It is Sunday at like almost 11:30 on a Sunday morning, and you can tell Lady's with me. So we went to Pet Supplies Plus in the town kind of nearest us at City Town. This is actually, we're just leaving it now. So to get her dog food, and then we got her 2 little toys, since it was like a 2 for $10 deal. And then I got myself some Starbucks. This time I did not get a venti because I really haven't been finishing the ventis. So I think it's just time to cut back. Plus they went up in price. Ventis are like $6.97 now. These are like $6.26, which is what ventis used to be. So this is why I say this is definitely only a pleasure whenever I'm in town. That's only time. Okay, hello guys. I'm sitting outside. It is actually much later. It is like Tuesday since I last updated, or it's Tuesday now, so it's been 2 days since I uploaded and updated you guys. Reasons why I kind of like this schedule better, so in case if I don't finish the book. But I'm outside enjoying the nice weather we've been having the past 2 days, so I'm sitting outside reading. And one thing that I feel like even the group, because they're trying to decipher this poem that Aphrodite had a vision of. And it's about pretty much the Cherokee, Kelowna, and Raven markers, that story. And they're trying to decipher who this queen was because they think that this person is, has to die in order to resurrect him. This is where I realized I stumbled across a big foreshadowing moment when I read the first time that I thought, yeah, like them, Nefert was going to die. But anybody who's read this series before know who's going to die for this sacrifice. Who is technically a queen, kind of in real life in their culture. And guess who's at the school? Because they believe Nefert is not being the high priestess she's supposed to be. Yeah, so if you just put 2 and 2 together, sorry for the big spoiler, but yeah, so this was a big foreshadowing moment that now reading this book for the second time, I totally missed. And I'm kicking myself, but oh my. Yeah. So that means I'm on page like 234. So yeah. But they're trying to decipher this poem and everything, and it's very intriguing, the conclusions that they're coming to. So yeah, I'm going to keep reading. Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday. So, however, we are to the last few pages of Untamed, so I think we are going to finish it today. It is about 1:40. I just completed the last day of the schoolhouse program, so year 2 of the schoolhouse program is a wrap. I also completed some things I didn't do yesterday before I left, which is completely okay. It happens. I did have a tour show up while I was reading. However, when I was going up to my friend's place because I was helping one of lesson students that has become kind of a close friend that we're kind of mentoring to help her because she's been through a lot. And I'm not going into that. Is moving into my friend's place up north where my two other horses are. And I decided that, so I went to help there, and I just forgot that I had actually checked this book out as an audiobook on Libby. And so I was listening to a lot of it yesterday, as well as in the car on the way here to work this morning. So I got up to page 318 this morning, so that means we're almost finished with this book. So I do want to finish it today so I can give you my final thoughts. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I know what happens, but I just forget how it happens. Kind of like what I was saying with the Twilight rereads. I just forget how it happens. And so, in a way, it still kind of blows me out of the water a little bit, even though I'm expecting it. It's just I don't remember the details, so it still kind of surprises me or shocks me when things happen. Just because I haven't read these books in a while, so a lot of my plot points, like, just like when I thought Zoe's friends were supposed to leave her at the end of Betrayed, it was the next book. So, yeah. So, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and try to read this a little bit. I think somebody might be on our porch, but I think I might go out. Well, no, it's kind of humid today, so I may just read inside and finish this book up here and right now. So come along with me. So I have finished Untamed, and I'm gonna have to say by far, this is one of like my top 3 favorite books from this series. I really love Untamed just because I feel, in a way, if they were to end this series and not release books for like 5 years, they could end this because the ending had enough of a pull. I felt, at least for me, that I would stick around and still wait for this book, the next book to come out. But they were actually, to be honest, the way these books were released, they were kind of like popping them out pretty quick. But I don't know, this just set up a lot more for the rest of the series. And I feel like this is where the series kind of took a nice turning point, and I think I started liking the series more. I know in the middle it kind of got a little monotonous just because I think it was trying to set up for information for the end of the series, but I felt like this was a nice turning point for the rest of the series. In general, but I really loved it. And that ending, I'm not gonna lie, I know that there's another person, like, this friend group is not going to escape death quite yet. Like, somebody else is going to die, and this character that I was hoping wasn't gonna die right away, but I know is gonna die, was there, and I was like breathing a sigh of relief mentally when he was there when they got through the trapdoor. Because I was like, no, 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 I can't deal with this yet. You actually, guys, might have seen me cry a little bit because I know this character dies, but I'm not ready for it yet. Like, emotionally, I'm not ready for it yet. But he does eventually die, sadly. So I know that. But I will have to give this a 4 out of 5 because, again, there was still some grammar and choices in this that I still didn't agree with. But by far, if I were to rate it, like, because I don't do like 4.5 or 3.5, but if I had to, for the way the plot was set up in this book and just the way plot points were going and to that big ending at the end, I would give it a 4 out of 5. I really would if I did 4 out of 5, like things like that. I don't give half points, but I know I'm strict. But if I had to, I would. Just because I think I like this book above all the books I have read so far. Just because of how well it was set up for the rest of the series. So, but yeah, so we are now done with Untamed. So that means we're done with this vlog. So I'm so glad that I did change the bookish content upload schedule to Friday because we wouldn't have been able to complete this on time or been able for me to pop back in and complete this and say what I felt. So, yeah. But thank you so much for watching. If you did like what you saw and want to subscribe, stick around for more, hit the subscribe and that bell notification so you are notified. I did say at the beginning of this, I believe I did, my upload schedule when I was explaining why it was different. So, I won't get into that, but, yeah. But anyways, yeah, so I hope everybody has a great start to their weekend, and I will see you in the next book where we'll be reading, I believe the next book is Hunted. Yes, the next book is Hunted. So, have a great start to your weekend, and I'll see you in the next video.